information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.
All right, we're back with another week of Unfiltered. Let's bring in two of our own Newsmax hosts, Rob Schmidt, 7 p.m., and Greg just joining us now. Hey, Elon.
Greg is not here. Greg is...
never a dull moment.
We have something very special planned for Greg. He's really a spectacular person, Greg Kelly. Rob, it's good to see you again. I haven't seen you since CPAC.
With the chainsaw. That was a cool chainsaw.
Rob and I was at CPAC. And you know, I'm doing something called Doge. You've heard of it, right?
Doge.
And Donald has been great. But let's face it, it's time to move on. I'm not going to have any cause. So what we've done is something else. May I have my, thank you. Very high-tech Department of Newsmax efficiency. This is my news project.
Hey,
it's my news. Now, wait a second.
Certainly use that.
You know what we're going to call it, though? You heard of Doge. It's called Done, right? Done. So
What inspired this?
What inspired this, Rob, is your television show. Quite frankly, there are numerous efficiencies we could make.
You know, the funny thing, speaking of Rob's television show, you went downtown today where they put up this 12-foot tall statue of a black woman.
I saw it too. It was grotesque.
So here it is. Rob, you go down there, and it's like, kind of looks like Letitia James or something like that. What is this thing?
So apparently this is Duffy Square. This is in Times Square, which is the absolute worst part of New York City. And in Duffy Square, there's two monuments to two white men.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, well, apparently there's a ton wrong with that. One of them is a war hero from a long time ago. The other one was a Broadway legend.
So
these two white men. So they put a much larger monument to a black woman that's nobody.
But what did she accomplish?
She's accomplished nothing. I don't even know if it's a real person.
Okay.
But they put that there as basically a check on all the monuments to white men. Remember, these are the people that have already torn down a lot of monuments, too, and this is what they are putting up.
All right. This is sounding very, very racist. Very, very racist. Now, listen, you have the richest...
Elon, you're African-American. Why don't you weigh in?
It is very racist.
Yeah. And I am the richest man in the world.
But you're also
pretending that I'm not
African-American.
even here.
You're African-American.
Technically speaking, I am.
Yeah.
And that is an amazing observation, Carl. Now,
It's
Carl,
not like Sebastian Gorka.
it's true. Sebastian Gorka. Whatever works, you know. And by the way, technology, Greg Kelly is so spectacular. We're sending him actually his program to Mars
Oh, good.
through Starlink. You've heard of Starlink, right?
Heard of Starlink.
Starlink will be projected. There are protozoa on Mars right now that are forming in 1 billion years, possibly into human beings.
And there's more viewers on Mars than there are for MSNBC. But Rob, I want to play.
I didn't see that one coming.
I want to play this clip of Rob downtown. Roll this real quick.
What about Greg?
Why do you think this is here?
I mean, two white male statues, right, that are in Duffy Square, and now this beautiful statue. There's, other statues in the square of white men, and now you have, a black.
There's a lot of monuments to African American people.
Sure, as there should be.
Yeah. Should we combat those with white statues?
Oh, you're a good journalist.
Oh, she hated me. She hated me so much.
I sense chemistry, Rob. I sense real chemistry. You are single, aren't you?
I am.
So am I, believe it or not.
Well,
We
sort
know.
of. There's a lot of kids out there.
There is some baggage that goes with being the richest man in the world. And the most
What the
interesting.
hell are we doing in this segment?
Pardon me.
What is
I don't want to
happening?
derail everything. After all, this is...
He's stuck in the accent.
I'm not doing
News-
this anymore.
Newsmax
This is the last
edition.
Greg, these two are probably going to be the next statues that go up in Times Square, though. Simone Sanders and Michael Steele. Watch this cringy video that they did after their first show. Roll it.
So we finished
It's a
the
wrap.
first episode.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. I need a drink. I need a drink. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. And we gonna eat. We gonna drink. We gonna party. We gonna eat. We gonna drink. And we gonna be back tomorrow.
Meanwhile, in the back, they're like
Congratulations, you spoke for an hour and now you need a drink, Greg? I mean, like...
What happened to Elon Musk?
I know.
That guy was so cool.
In and
You acted
out.
like it was no big deal. Yeah, that was quite the display.
When did they castrate Michael Steele over at MSNBC? When did that happen?
I don't know. Dude, that has been, like, from being head of the Republican Party...
What a pathetic man he has become, right?
I mean, just shilling for dollars.
It's so sad. And that is the worst show I've ever seen. They actually found a way to make Joy Reid's show worse.
Yeah.
Which was impressive.
Well, but you know, Simone Sanders and I have a history. We actually went into it one time on CNN. Roll this clip from her back in the day. What do you say to the people who dragged a poor white guy out of a car and beat him?
Oh my goodness, poor white people. Please, stop it, Carl. What I say to people that protest is that, first of all, apparently has never been an acceptable.
Dragging somebody out of their car and beating
Pardon me.
I mean, she's a real gem.
You know, American media is pretty pathetic. All of it.
Why don't you buy it?
All of it. I could, actually. How about that? Well, the Department of Newsmax Efficiency, also known as DUN. Now, Greg Kelly's show, apparently the management is very concerned right now about Greg Kelly's off-air and on-air antics. We'll have to address that later. But just tell the management that the richest man in the world thinks he's fabulous.
I'll let him know, for sure.
Thank you.
All right, so I saw this from PETA this morning, who finally unblocked me, actually. I was shocked.
PETA?
Yeah, exactly. They said, when you meet your meat like this, it's not so appetizing. And the picture says, he is someone, not someone's dinner. I say, if I get to know my steak before, that's fine too. It makes it even tastier.
You are quite the carnivore. You're a barbarian, Carl, but we love you for it. Absolutely. Yeah. It's good to see you.
I don't know what this is.
Well, let's just go back to what we know. He interviewed me at CPAC, you know. We were on stage together.
With a chainsaw.
With the famous chainsaw. And nobody understands this, but Rob gave me that chainsaw. He actually did. He thought it would be funny. And it was.
Millet gave him.
I actually got to hold that backstage. It was really cool.
The thing was sick, right?
Yeah, I'm a chainsaw guy.
The thing weighed like 100 pounds.
Are you?
And another thing about Greg Kelly.
I have a chainsaw.
All right, Rob Schmidt, Greg Kelly, we got to leave it right there. Pleasure as always.
Greg Kelly has his own Savage.
This is probably the last time you'll ever see.
As the world braces for conflict, the U.S. is forging strength through trade. Let's talk about that next.